What is up, my fellow title challengers? How the hell are we? What a day, what a weekend, what a victory, what a set of goals, what a title race. Oh, I'm in fine form this evening. I'm tired, but I'm in fine form, and how could you not be happy after that? We didn't play at our best today, but 4 wonderful goals dug us out. And then Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, not only did they fall apart at the end, but the bitterness and the crying and the whinging and the moaning. I'm here for it. Inject it. More of that, please. So, Michaela Drury, first member of the day. We love that. Welcome to Anfield Agenda Ultras, mate. Appreciate your support. How are we all doing? Oh, lads, get the tissues. Absolutely get the tissues. What a day. Oh, I didn't feel like I was going to come back on tonight, but the way that Man City game went, and the way this title race is shaping up, I am very, very happy this evening. Ready for Match of the Day 2 later on tonight as well. Finished the player ratings there up on the channel. We did the watch along on top of the league. It's been a fairly productive weekend. We need a couple of tissues today. Oh, look, take your pick of them goals. You know, 4 absolute stunners. I know that one of them was given us an own goal, but I don't care. I'm giving it to Trent. And I'm buzzing. I'm so happy with where we are. Lovely weekend football. Love you, said Colin. Thank you, Colin. Much appreciated, mate. Great to see you with the family today. I hope that you all enjoyed the day's footballing festivities. Oh, God, it's great, isn't it? Life's pretty good right now. And look, we are in a title race. Make no bones about this. I've said from day one this season that Manchester City team are not as good as they were previously. Now, Arsenal, in fairness to them, they are doing very well, and they need to be taken seriously, and rightly so. But I tell you, the way I look at it is like this. I'm not arrogant enough to sit here and say we're winning the league. I'm not. But I am arrogant enough to sit here and say that we're as good as anybody else in this league. And that's what gives me hope. Because days like today, we weren't at our best, but we ground out the result. And that's what we need to do on days like today. And also, what an announcement again for Trent Alexander-Arnold, to just really show us that he is a leader now. He is stepping up. And a great goal for him to win it. And Endo. Oh, what can we say about our little Endo? I tell you what done it for me with Endo. It was the celebration, the release, the emotion, letting it all out. It was beautiful to see. And what a strike as well. Hopefully that launches Endo's career at Liverpool, and hopefully he builds on it. Do you think City will lose at Villa without Rodri? So it's not just Rodri, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Rodri and Grealish? There's 2 of them, I think, missing for the game, if I'm not mistaken. Rodri's a huge miss for that team, absolutely. And do you know what gives me a bit of hope, Dominic Soboslai Sexual? It's that Aston Villa dropped points today themselves, and their record recently has been pretty good. So I think Aston Villa and Unai Emery are going to want to put that result right. So I think they're going to get a good performance out of them as well. Manchester City have a very difficult run of fixtures they've been through. Of course, they had us. They've got Spurs today that they drop points, and then they've got Villa coming up as well. But I think that Villa team are going to want to prove that they belong at the top end of the table. So I'm expecting a performance from them. Is Endo a super sub or a starter? I don't know what he is, yeah. I don't know. It's too early to say, but what a goal. Can we talk about Endo's goal just for a second? Because that's not the goal of a defensive midfielder. Oh my days. The little beautiful curl with the inside of the foot. It was so good. It was so good. Good finish from Felix against Atletico. Did he just score? Nice, because I had him to score and a little accumulator, so that's good news. What a day of football. I'd love if City fell apart against Villa, said Project Lunar. What got me today and really just made me happy was see Manchester City at the end of that game absolutely fuming that they didn't get their dodgy penalty, that the referee made a mistake, and the referee did make a mistake. But you know what? We've had a referee in the Europa League this season award a goal twice for us, only to then rule it out again. So we all know what it's like. And here's the thing, we've said it all year. These decisions, this ineptitude of refereeing will come around and bite everybody. And Manchester City got their opportunity today. Yes, Grealish would have been through, but the ref blew the whistle, and I was loving watching their heads fall off. Sad to see Matip out. Yes, it is, and we don't know how long Joe will be out for. Hopefully it isn't that long, but yes, it is unfortunate that he's out. That Arsenal-Liverpool game at Anfield's looking huge. Oh, 100%, Arian. Absolutely massive. That is a huge week for us. Manchester United, West Ham, Arsenal, all in the space of a week. And then Arsenal again in the FA Cup fairly soon afterwards as well. Boxed Will said, today could have been huge for us going forward. Come back after a crap performance. Endo redemption goal. And Maka with an absolute banger. And what a banger it was from Alexis McAllister. I mean, as I said, every one of those goals today. Look, defensively, we need to work on a few things. We do. Kelleher wasn't good today. I'm not even going to come on and try to defend him. But ultimately, it was about the points. That's all we need. At these moments in time, when we're not at our best, grind out wins somehow, some way. I'll take it. City players literally physically pushing the ref. How's that not being investigated? So here's the thing that I don't get, Isty, right? As you correctly said, all around the referee, all up in his face. Who's the only one that got booked in that incident? The Spurs player. That absolutely just made me laugh. Manchester City players, if they had been Liverpool players, there'd have been 3 yellow cards there. But no, Manchester City players can just do what they want, surround the referee, moan at the referee, abuse the referee, scream at the referee, and he only booked the Spurs player who came up. Don't, like, you know what I mean? And they still think their shit doesn't stink. That's the thing. They all think they're perfect. But the funny thing is, half of them are already out of the stadium by the time Spurs have got their equaliser, because they thought, oh, well, that's it now. We've won. So let's leave. And to hear Pep Guardiola bigging up the City fans, saying they were immense. Fuck off, Pep. We all see through it, mate. There's nothing immense about them, except their immense level of shithouses. Apart from that, I don't know who he thinks he kids with these interviews. Do you know what told me everything about Pep today? His eyes. Watch that interview with Sky Sports afterwards. Watch it. He's just itching. He's itching to have a go about something. But the interviewer was just so nice that he couldn't. You can see it in his face. You can see it in his eyes. He's rattled, and I love it. Didn't see the game due to work. Should I be concerned about Kelleher conceding 3 goals, or is that unfair? You can be upset about Kelleher for 1.5 of the goals. The second goal he should have done a lot better with. The first one, I have sympathy with him on. The third one, nothing he could do really about that. It was Costas at the back post, not looking over his shoulder to see the Cordova read there. But what worries me still is us in possession, because that seems to be when we're at our most vulnerable. Their opening goal came today from a Joel Matip intercepted pass, looking for Mo. They counter-attacked and scored. Nobody picked up the runner going across the front of the 6-yard box in Harry Wilson. He got in between, if my memory's right, McAllister and Trent, I think. Pep last week complained about City fans' no-show against us. I know, but this week, they're brilliant, amazing, oh, incredible, even though half of them had left before the equaliser. I don't know who he thinks he fools, but then again, he is trying to convince the world that they're innocent, so there is that. What else was there? There was another comment. Oh, Darwin Nunez. Yes, look. On Darwin, I think the kindest I can say today is that it's got to be Gakpo starting against Sheffield United after that performance. Because it's not that you so much want to punish Darwin. I'm not about that, but you got to be fair to Gakpo. And Gakpo took his opportunities when he had them in midweek. We can't say the same about Darwin. Today, look, he was unlucky, rattled the bar again. How many times has that man hit the woodwork? Another one, he kind of collapsed on the spot. I don't know what he was trying to do. He slipped or something. But what got me today about Darwin more than the missed chances was that I don't think the work rate was the same. I don't remember him running the channels the same. I don't remember him putting himself about as much. And that was more worrying for me today, if that makes any sense, than the missed chances. He was unlucky hitting the bar, but the one after that is inexcusable. Yeah, but he always seems to be slightly over hitting these things. Like, how many times was he hit the bar and post? Maybe just take a little bit off it. I thought Mo was very unselfish today as well, which You can see Mo's laying on some nice assists and passes for Darwin. Even one of them, if I'm not mistaken, one of Darwin's missed chances came from a Mo headed assist or attempted assist. He needs a haircut like yours. Bald is better, Paul. Do you know what I mean? Never mind these pigtails. You need to get the old razor out, shave it bald, Darwin, and you'll be absolutely unstoppable. Today's game makes me more happy for the 17th of December to smash United. See, look, it is a bit weird, right? Because we're all here and we're rightly buzzing and we're all happy and we've every right to be. But we're not playing well. That's the worrying thing. You know, we do need to work on our form a little bit here. We do need to sharpen up a little bit defensively. I thought McAllister had a decent game today. I thought, apart from the goal that he wasn't watching the Cordova read, I thought Costas did okay as well. But I wonder, did we get a glimpse of the future with that substitution from Jurgen Klopp when he brought on Joe Gomez at right back, pushed Trent into midfield with Endo? Are we getting a little glimpse there of what Jurgen may do over the festive period? Is he going to give Joe Gomez more games at right back and push Trent further up? I think we're 2 points off Arsenal, actually, and I think I made the mistake as well in my player ratings video saying 1 point. I think we're 2 points off Arsenal, which is okay. You know, we're within striking distance. Arsenal are the favourites for the league. I still think they'll come up short. I do. But then again, maybe I'm underestimating Arsenal. You know, they are top of the league for a reason. You know, 14 games in. But I do agree with somebody in the chat earlier on. It does feel like the game at Anfield is box office. That game on the 23rd, right before Christmas. What a day that's going to be. Where was Salah today? So he did a lot of good stuff off the ball. A lot of good tracking back. Laying on a couple of nice passes. But we're not getting Mo involved in the penalty area enough. We're not getting enough shots out of him. We're not getting him into areas to score goals, because if he had some of those Darwin chances, I feel like he'd have scored. Those 2 points dropped at Luton still hurt me. Yep. And it hurts because we should have had a stonewall penalty in that game as well for the foul on Verge. Arsenal haven't played Liverpool yet. That'll be the decider. It'll be one of them. It'll depend on a couple of things for us and Arsenal. It'll depend on a bit of luck with injuries. It'll depend on a bit of the rub of the green in the big moments. But it's exciting because we have ourselves a title race. You know, there's no one or two teams running away with this at the minute. It's pretty congested at the top of the table. For the neutrals or for the outside observers, it looks like we're going to have probably the best Premier League title race in a few years. Excuse me, my throat is absolutely in bits today. Why are you the way you are? I mean, immense, Niall. Amazing. See, here's the thing, Niall. So, I don't know what you mean by why am I the way I am. But let me just preempt your reply. Whatever you think about me, Niall, and you're open to not liking me, hating me, saying whatever. But what you don't get to do is judge me. Because you don't know me. Same as I don't know you. So, why am I the way I am? Because I'm me. Quite simply, sir. I'm me. And I wouldn't want to be any other way. And if you don't understand I don't like me, I get it. But my question is, why are you in the chat? This is what I don't understand. I'm absolutely sound with people not liking who I am. But I don't understand why people are in the chat if they don't like me. So here's the thing. You have your chance, Niall. I haven't banned you. Say what you want to say. Get it off your chest, sir. Because the way I am is 230,000 subscribers deep. The way I am is employing 3 people full-time in a business. The way I am is living my best life and living a dream. So the way I am should be irrelevant to you, my friend, because you don't know me. So you don't know what I am or how I am or what I'm like, because you've never had a conversation with me. But you say lols in the chat because that's all you dickheads ever have, mate, is nothings. Because you're empty. You're just fucking vessels that make noise and do nothing. So, again, mate, you're in my chat. Mine. Remember that. I'm not here watching you. I didn't knock on your front door asking, would you like to buy a newspaper? You're in my chat. Show some respect. I know I've earned it. What games make Mac a goal of the season? Said old man Digu. It was one of his better games, yes. And the goal. Oh, the goal. Oh, the goal. What a strike, honestly. What a strike from McAllister. The thing is, all these little trolls come in because, one, here's the truth. You want the fucking truth? I'll give you the truth. These trolls that come in are either a couple of things. They're either Irish people that hate that they aren't me, and they hate me because they see another Irish person doing well. So that's option one. Option two is they like another YouTube channel and they try to come in and shit all over our channel to make it look like people don't like what we're doing. But the thing that Niall and everybody else seems to forget is the numbers don't fucking lie. The numbers don't tell any tales. The numbers show that far and away I am the most watched Liverpool fan channel on the internet. End of conversation. So the way I am, mate, is a fucking legend. Woo! And I love it. I love my life, mate. I love it. I love I get to do this. I love I get to have fun with people. And that's the truth. It's just people that wish they were me. And do you know what's the difference between you and me, Niall, or any of these people? Is I put the effort in. I've been here 5.5 years every day. Hail, rain, shine. Bad health, good health, happiness, sadness. I'm here. I show up and I chat with people. And I put myself out there. And I'm trying to better myself. Can you say the same? Because if you can't, you've got no fucking right to judge me or anybody else. So get up off your arse, have a crack at your life yourself, or get up and go to your poxy 9 to 5 next week. But you don't get to judge me, pal, because I'm living the fucking dream. Know that. Haaland also missed a sitter. Newland. I was going to say Newland in the chat. Nunez was involved in both the goals. Do you know what? If Darwin missed the chances that Haaland missed today, we'd never hear the end of it. And how many games in big games is this man going to have to ghost through before anybody starts questioning it? Because yes, he scores a hat load of goals. He does. He's a machine. But does he show up in the big games? Show me a final Haaland's done something in. Today, again, missed chances, cost his team. Doesn't get spoken about though, because he's the flavour of the month. He's the media darling. I had to sit there and watch Sky Sports, and nothing against Sky by the way, but I had to sit there listening to Roy Keane, Mika Richards and Jamie Carragher talk about this brilliant City team, talk about how they've won everything over the last 3 years, but I didn't have to listen to them talking about the 115 charges that the cheating scumbags have against them. I didn't hear that caveated in every sentence. We can all say the biggest number. I keep saying this to people. If you have a sugar daddy with unlimited money, we can all just say the biggest number. It doesn't take a fucking genius to spend other people's money. It takes a genius to do what Klopp's doing, or to do what Arteta's trying to do. That's what takes genius. That's what should be respected. But I have to sit here and listen to these people week after week, bigging up City about how great they are. They're cheating fucks. We all know it. The difference is, us on the internet, we have the balls to say it. Because we don't have to worry about big man from Sky coming down and going, you can't say that, off you pop. But we all know it. They know we know it. The world knows it. It's weird. I really, really don't get it. Because these are people whose opinion I respect. I respect Roy Keane. I respect Jamie Carragher. I respect all these pundits. But you cannot sit there and say how great City are and everything that they've won and not caveat everything with the potential that they're absolute cheating scumbags. Because remember, no other club has had anywhere near those level of charges labelled against them. And if it was us or if it was United, it would be over the newspapers every fucking day. So I don't want to hear about it. I'll hear about Arsenal. I'll sit here and talk to you guys about Arsenal. Give Arteta all the props he deserves. Give that Arsenal board all the props they deserve. Give those Arsenal players all the props they deserve. That's a football team I'm happy to talk about. But nah, I'm sick of City. They can do one. This is a great opportunity for Kwanzaa. Yeah, it is, Jack, you're right. And young Gerald Kwanzaa has not put a foot wrong. So yes, maybe if Matip is out, this will give Gerald a few more minutes, and deservedly so. Obviously, we don't know the full extent of what's going on with Joel Matip, and we await an update. So that's the 50 million quid question in it. Should Trent move into midfield? I feel a poll coming on. In it. Let's ask. There we go. So, poll up. Should Trent move into midfield? Yes or no? By the way, did anybody see that fucking idiot earlier on calling out True Jordy on the club? I mean, Boovy, cop the fuck on, mate. I don't know you. I've never met you. But honestly, you don't want that. Because I'd fear for him being killed. Like, do these people live in reality? Like, man calling out True Jordy on Misfits. Are you fucking serious? Honestly, these lads, I almost wish it happens. Because somebody needs to slap the fuck out of some of these little upstarts who really just think they're something that they aren't. I mean, think about this for a second. Him getting into a ring with Brian. Come on now. Like, just think about that logically. It's so stupid. Like, honestly, it's some of the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard. Did I not go on the kickoff with Boovy? I've never met him. No, I've never spoken to him. Never met him. Never had any interactions with him. Look, I'm not judging him as a person. I don't know him. But that's just stupid. Sitting on there saying, "I fight True Jordy." He'd fucking kill him. Like, I don't mean kill him in the sense of chuckle. I mean night. Like, weird. Anyway, let's get back to the poll. So we asked you guys, should we move Trent fully into midfield? I don't know the answer to this one. I wrestle back and forth. But today we needed it, and we were forced to push further forward. We were forced for Endo to play higher up the pitch. We were forced to put Trent in centrally. And it did work. It did. But would it work in a 0-0 game? Will it work from the start of a game? Will it give us enough defensively if we have Trent in midfield as well? There are still some unanswered questions around it, but I feel like we are edging closer and closer to it happening at some point. Have I ever broken a bone? My nose is the only thing, mate, but no major bone. Thankfully, I'm lucky in that sense. Are you doing your preview for the Reds game on Wednesday night, or when am I doing it? I'm going to record it tomorrow, Lee, and it's going to be going out on Tuesday lunchtime, mate. It's really quick turnaround between games. I was only saying that to Connor earlier on. I can't believe I'm going to have to send them my team for a preview already. We've only just wrapped up a game. Merry Christmas. What jumper will I be rocking this year? I don't do the whole Christmas jumper thing, mate. I think I've explained this a few times on the stream. I'm not a huge Christmas fan. It's just a personal thing. It's nothing against the Christmas holiday. So I just try to get through Christmas, in all honesty. So I think I don't have a Christmas jumper I'll be rocking, but I've got a brand new Adidas jumper I'll be rocking. I hope our next game doesn't end up like Luton. Oh, Queen Nadra, I know. I'm looking at that game thinking 3 points. But we've got to go and win it, you're right. I think Simon Hooper's the referee as well for that game. So, yeah, we got to go there and get the job done. But, look, let's cast your mind back to 75 minutes gone in that game today, where things were looking a whole lot different in our season. We looked like we weren't going to capitalise on points being dropped by others. We hadn't put the pressure onto Manchester City yet. They hadn't gone out to play Spurs. Fulham go 3-2 up with that header at the back post, and we're all thinking, oh, this is all falling apart. It's all going so wrong. And there's been two major occasions this season where we've pulled games around from the death. Newcastle away and that game today. And they're season-defining wins. That's what builds the confidence for a title race. And today, I think today will do immeasurable good to that squad. Endo will be absolutely walking on cloud nine. Trent will feel $1 million. And they'll know they haven't even played their best. So they know there's more to come. Raymond said, being honest, Szoboszlai is starting to be poor. So I've definitely noticed a drop off, Raymond. I think I mentioned it in my player ratings. I said I'd love the Hungarian Szoboszlai, the national team Szoboszlai, to come back and show up again. He's still settling in, though. We need to remember this. You know, he did hit the ground running, had a great start, but I always like to try and give somebody a year before we start to judge their all around performances. The Irish guy said, sorry for all the stuff for Christmas, but you'll never walk alone. Lots of love from Corduff. Mate, it's all good. It's all good, buddy, honestly. Thankfully, these days, things are a lot better. Hopefully those negative past memories are behind us. But much love to you as well, mate. Thank you. Izzy, how are we? Nice to see you win. I hope you're well. Thoughts on Villa's chances against City now Rodri's out. So I do think Villa will feel like they've got something to prove. Did their game end in a draw today? It was a draw. It was 2-2, was it? If I'm not mistaken. So yeah, they're gonna want to put something right, and they're gonna want to feel that they can get something at home. It is at Villa Park, right? If it's at Villa Park, then there is a chance because their home record has been really good under Unai Emery. Adam, how do I pronounce this gentleman's surname? Oh God, Shahabadin. I hope that's close enough, Adam. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Put Szoboszlai in attack, said Calm Vibes Namaste. Who's my favourite ever defender? Probably Sami Hyypiä. Or Verge. But probably Sammy. Why don't you wear any Liverpool jerseys? So, I used to wear them, and then the prices kept going up. And then we swapped to Nike, and the prices kept going up. And then they brought in this bullshit about two jerseys, the Vapor one and the Stadium one. And then the prices kept going up. So I just got to the point where I thought, I'm not paying it. Because I buy them for my son, I buy him other bits and pieces. And I'm a 42-year-old man, and I just thought, you know what? I'm not giving them £100 for a jersey. It's a matter of principle more than anything. Because they're not worth it. They aren't. And they're going to just keep forcing people to buy fake shirts. So it's kind of counterproductive as far as I'm concerned. And I hate it. It's more greed and it's unnecessary. That's the honest answer, mate. Nah, I won't buy the fake ones. I'm a bit weird. I'm a bit principled on certain things. I don't like to feed in to the fake jerseys. I don't like to feed in to the dodgy streams. But I can understand why it happens. Because you can only bleed people so much. You know, people are working hard to try and keep the lights on, pay the rent, keep food on the tables. Football should be an everybody game. But when you start asking people for £100 for a football shirt, it's getting to the realms of ridiculousness. And you remember, like, when I was growing up, the changes were only every 2 years. So every alternative year, your shirt would change. Your home shirt 1 year, away shirt next year. You'd always get 2 years. Then it came every year. And then it came 3 shirts a year. And now it's 3 shirts a year, 3 training ranges a year. It's never ended. Why do us Liverpool's... What? I don't know what that means, Omar. Sorry, mate. Do I think McAllister's confidence will go up after the goal? I think all around, Adam, in the past few games, Alexis McAllister was started to look a bit more comfortable. I thought he was very good against City. And I think today, that goal, I hope, it gives him a confidence boost because he should have one. He deserves one. I thought I wasn't going to come on. I wasn't. Hamza, mate, I wasn't. But I'm just so genuinely buzzing, mate, that I just said, fuck it, I want to come back on. I want to come back on and I want to talk title races because, as I keep saying, my brain, when we were 3-2 down, was thinking, oh, this is going so wrong. But that turnaround, coupled with the late equaliser for Spurs, coupled with Guardiola and some of those Man City players' heads falling off, it's just too good. It's just too good. I had to come back on. Do you think Nunez should have played better today? Yes, of course. You know, I mean this lovingly, but you can come out with that haircut and pink boots and not fucking score. I'm sorry. If you're going to show up with pigtails and a pair of pink football boots, you best be putting that ball in the back of the net when it drops at your feet. And he didn't. So yeah, I do think he could have played a bit better today. Do I have any sympathy for City? No, not even an ounce, mate. Not one grain of sand's worth of sympathy. Do you think they've had any sympathy to the other 19 clubs when they were making their iffy deals and the creative accountancy and denying everything? Well, the truth hits us all in the face. I've about as much sympathy for them as respect they've had for the other 19 clubs. A bit unimpressed with Szoboszlai as of late. Would Trent play in that role over him? Ooh. Ow. I mean, I wouldn't be rushing to get Szoboszlai kicked out of the team, to be fair. But nobody's undroppable, in my eyes. So, has Szoboszlai's levels dropped a little bit? Yes. I think most of the chat would probably agree with that. But I think we still need to play through and keep backing him, because no one's undroppable, and I don't mind him being pulled out for a game or two, but you know, we've got a very, 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 very good footballer. And remember, he's still only 22 years of age, Dominik Szoboszlai. If it had been a bad VAR decision, would you have had sympathy for them? Mate, the ground could have opened up and a fist could have come up out of the ground and punched each of those City players square in the bollocks. They could have been rolling around the ground crying as pee dribbled down their legs, and I wouldn't have had an ounce of fucking sympathy for any of them. Not a dribble, not a drop. I despise that tin pot club. In the title race, whilst not competed in terms of a rebuild or playing particularly well, not bad. Yeah, that's a fair shout, you know, because I kind of agree with that. We're not in our best moment now at all, but we know that come this time of the year or January onwards, we step up. So, okay, Szoboszlai's 23. Jesus, I mean, does it really matter? 22, 23? If he's just turned 23, fair enough. I was off by a few months. Forgive me. But my point still remains. He's new to the club. He came in late in the transfer window. He had a great start. Yes, he's dropped off a little bit, but he'll get back. And yeah, to not be at our best and be right up there. Like, we're ahead of City at this moment in time. We're behind Arsenal, and Arsenal have had a very good start to the season, playing some great football. But it's just good, because I'm sick of seeing Premier League title races over by Christmas or January so often. At least this year, there are 3-4 sets of fans who are still dreaming out there about, you know, a league title, or City fans, if you can find them, talking about 4 in a row. Arsenal fans talking about putting rights the wrong of last season where they should have probably done better. Our fans and us, of course, wanting to show that last season was a blip and that we're back. It's great. I love it. And I'm very excited for the rest of the season. To think we're only 14 games in now, it's mad. Like, what's that? Like 38% of the way through the season? Do you think Arsenal will bottle it like last season? I don't like to use the word bottle, but I still, personally, my own gut feeling is they'll still come a little bit unstuck. if they can avoid injuries, maybe. But I don't know if they have the firepower, really, through the centre. I think an injury to one or two key players and they could fall away a bit. But they deserve the credit that they're getting. Because right now, they're atop of the Premier League table. They're the team to catch. I think this could turn out to be the best season ever, said X Pulse. Villa got City and Arsenal at Villa Park. I'm seeing us top by next Sunday. We can but hope, Press Salah. We can but hope, mate. Imagine that. Imagine we're top of Christmas. Oh, God. That would be amazing. I can't wait for that week of Manchester United, West Ham and Arsenal all within the space of a week. That is going to be amazing. I think Adrian should start instead of Kelleher. What's your thoughts? No, is my thoughts. I understand people being disappointed with Queevy and Kelleher. I get it. I'm not trying to defend that. But I just don't think Adrian would be any better. That's my honest assessment of it. But, look, we've got Sheffield United away. With all respect, we should be able to sort that out. They're a mess at the minute. After that, we've got Palace. That's going to be a difficult game. That's going to be one for Queevy that he has to step up in. But I think we'll be okay. What's my skincare routine? I'm old-fashioned, me, mate. Just soap and water. And then links after getting the shower. City got rattled today and Pep didn't like it. I said the exact same thing, Daniel. The exact same thing, my friend. Look at Guardiola's post-match interview with Sky. Don't look at it here. Look at his eyes. Look at both of his eyes. The twitching, the furrowing of the brow. He looked like he was angry. And he was trying to put this facade of calmness or pride about the fans and the players. Bullshit. I seen right through that. He's rattled. And he should be. Ben, what shampoo do I use? I mean, here's the part where I could rip apart you, talk about your mother, rip apart your stupid comment, blah, 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 blah. But what's the point? Or, I thought we're past this at this point, Ben Copite, you know? You do, the funny thing is, you do realise I'm not actually bald, yeah? That's the part of this I don't get. I'm bald by choice. And even if I was really bald, it still wouldn't bother me. So what shampoo do I use? None. I just told you I use Lynx Africa like any self-respecting chav. But, yeah. That's what they all say. Well, I'll tell you what then. I'll bet you 1,000 quid that I'm not bald. Want to take me up on the bet? Have you got all these mouthpieces that love to tell me I'm lying? Any of you bet 1,000 quid that I grow a hair in, a month? I'll grow hair that you'll see there's no bald patch on my head. So anybody that loves the bald jokes, stick your money where your mouth is, because I know I'm not bald. I've nothing to lose. $3,000 for me. So feel free to step up and put your money where your mouth is. 1,000 quid, no problem. After that performance today, I believe that we took the next step in the title race. Love your tattoos, mate. Any Liverpool ones? I've got one Shanga on my leg. It's kind of a mixture of a Liverpool and an autism one. It's based off the old McVeigh Foundation banner. It's probably the most special tattoo I have to me. But yeah, it's got a liver bird. That's the only real Liverpool thing. Liverpool will need to outscore Arsenal at Anfield. Well done for figuring out how football works, Jack. That's right up there with Michael Owen level. Whoever scores the most goals today is going to win the game. Like that. Have you ever thought of being a pundit, mate? I'm only joking with you, Jack. It is going to be a goal fest, I hope, mate. But, you know, I'm always confident, Jack, when we play Arsenal. I might be deluded about that, buddy, but I always feel confident with Arsenal. I don't know. I always feel nervous when we play other teams, but with Arsenal, I don't really. I have a respect, but not a fear. Adidas are going to sell out Trent's boots by Monday. Well, fair play to Adidas and Trent, because obviously Trent feels a lot better in those Adidas boots, because dude's been scoring goals since he swapped back to Adidas. So yes, please, more of that from Trent. It's been a weird day today, because I thought we turned the corner with the trolling, and then the fat jokes and the attacks on me as a person again come in over the past 2 days. And look, make no mistake about it, I love what I do. I love getting in here to chat to people, but I'm never going to be here to be abused by anybody. So I will respectfully ask to show the same respect I show everybody else, because I deserve better, to be quite honest with you. And for me, I try to always preach positivity, kindness, love, and I think I deserve the same from others. So I don't get the attacks on me. Okay, I'm fat, fair enough. I shave my head, fair enough. You might think I'm ugly, fair enough. But these are all things that I'm aware of. These are all things that I battle with myself on a daily basis. And what gets me is the very same people who are slagging off will be the fucking same two-faced cunts on social media on National Mental Health Day saying, if anyone needs that, and my DMs are open, you know, I'm thinking of you all out there. That's all bullshit if you don't mean it. So, like I always say, I'm okay. I've got a good support system. But there are some people that don't. And something that might bounce off me might really get to somebody else. So just do think, because what I would say to you is, you never know when a good comment will be a difference maker for somebody. And there's been days where I've come on to make content where I felt really shit, and somebody said something nice, and it's given me a nice little smile. And I know I've said it to other people, and it's helped them. And if we all do it a little bit more, if we all just take that 1 second not to send that snidey comment that we think might get us a cheap laugh, it doesn't really benefit anybody, does it? It just lets us know that you're feeling insecure about something as well. So just show a bit of kindness to everyone, and we'll all get along better, especially this time of the year, because there'll be a lot of people out there this time of the year that are struggling. What else have we got? Your poll is showing clear support for Trent moving to midfield. Excuse me. Yeah, not so long ago, everybody was screaming he's not a midfielder. So my argument, Piers, has always been, do we get more from the moving of Trent fully into midfield versus what we may have to do to bring in a right back? And my other point is, if we move Trent into midfield, I don't know where we put everybody, because you've got Gravenberch, you've got Szoboszlai, you've got McAllister, you've got Jones, you've got Elliott, you've got Endo, you'd have Trent, you've got Bajcetic. I mean, I just don't see how we get everybody into the team. So I wouldn't mind Trent going to midfield, but I'd rather we did it in pre-season when we've got a full 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks to work on it, to maybe tweak the system a little bit. But you are right. A lot of people speaking about Trent in midfield now, and maybe saying they didn't want him before. I think, and again, I can't say for certain, but I know a lot of people didn't fancy him as a number 6. So maybe people feel a bit more comfortable if Trent is in an attacking midfield position. But I still stand over. I don't feel safe with him as a 6. I wouldn't. But today, though, today I seen it. Today, for the first time, with Endo pushing so high as well. And it was out of despair and it was out of desperation today, let's be honest, but it worked. So look, we're going in the right direction. Thiago leaving Liverpool in January. I don't know, FaZe, is the honest answer, mate. Like, there'll be links to him getting a move away, but Here's what I don't understand. Remember when Thiago had his hip operation at the end of last season? And again, if I'm misremembering this, no problem, I apologise. But I was sure that the idea of him having that operation then was to get him back ready for the start of the season. That was my recollection of why Thiago had that surgery so quickly at the end of last season. So if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Thiago Alcantara has kicked a football for Liverpool since March or April. And now we are through December or in December, and he's not going to play in December probably. I just don't see the point in messing around the team to find a way to put him back in if he gets fit. Because when he gets fit, how long is it going to be before he's match fit? So if an offer came in January that worked for him and for the club, I wouldn't stand in the way. Is Endo a first team number 6 or a super sub? I don't know if we can have the answer to that fully yet, Jared. But I tell you what, he's doing himself no harm in the last few weeks. He got a lot of positivity in our chat for the performance in the Europa League. And he had a big impact when he came off the bench today. And he can't do much more than that, to be fair to the lad. So, yeah, it's trending in the right direction, but I still think it's too early to know for sure. Thiago needs to go to a league less physical. It's unfortunate because we all know what the man can do with a football. Thiago Alcantara is silky smooth. He's a beautiful footballer to watch. And that game against United where we got the best of Thiago in one game, where he's toying with Manchester United. If we had seen that a bit more, God, what we would have had. But look, I'll always be happy that Thiago was a Liverpool player, that we got to see him in a Liverpool shirt. But just a shame that the final year of his contract is going in a direction that isn't really good for anyone. It's not good for him. It's not good for us. It's just unfortunate. Thiago to go back to Barcelona, I suspect. Well, there was lots of chatter about it when Gavi picked up that ACL injury. Because, if they could agree a deal with Liverpool where, let's say, Liverpool just release him and, he just signs for Barca and they sort out his wages or whatever, I think maybe. But I don't know if Barca's finances will have recovered sufficiently to really give him that option. Watoro Endo has more goals than Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez scored today though, didn't he? If I'm not mistaken, for Chelsea. So proud of you, man, being sub since 2019. Thank you, Callum. Really appreciate that, mate. You're very kind. Thoughts on Szoboszlai right wing and Trent right side midfield? I don't know if we'd get what we want from Szoboszlai in the right wing. Like, when you've got somebody who's in form, and he isn't at the minute, but when he's at his best, I'd want him in areas of the pitch where he can do the most damage, which I feel would be slightly closer to the centre. But we're going to have to find some solution for the right wing when the AFCON comes around. So I guess we might see Dominic Szoboszlai in that role then. What are missing at the club? I think... Look, I'll still say a number 6 is missing, Omar. I can't lie, mate. I still feel like we don't have a natural number 6. I think a utility fullback that can maybe operate on either side. And depending on the situation with Matip, a centre-back. I think Thiago will be the next player for us to move to Saudi. I don't know if he'll go to Saudi, I think he had offers for Qatar and a couple of other places previously. I don't know, I wonder if we see Thiago in Brazil or somewhere maybe. I don't know. MLS strikes me as a league Thiago might like. A little stint at LA Galaxy or LAFC maybe wouldn't go astray. I've been watching you for 2-3 years now and the content just gets better and better. Can you wish my wife good luck as we're expecting our second? Oh, that's amazing. Your second baby any day now. Of course, Daniel. I hope you and your wife have a beautiful new baby bundle of joy soon. Much love to you both. Oh, that's class. So happy for you, mate. Well in. And I hope your wife is okay, and I hope you're all set for Christmas. And yeah, please let us know when the new bundle of joy enters the world, mate. That's always good to hear some good news. Marcel said, Craig, please ignore all the trolls. Don't give them any attention. You're doing an amazing job, and I'm proud of you. Thank you. A quick question: do you think we should start Gakpo next game? Yes, I do, Marcel. I think he deserves that chance. Darwin, I think it was the right decision to start him today. Don't feel he justified it from the manager's selection, and I feel it would be very unfair to Gakpo, who has been scoring. So yes, I would start him at Sheffield United, mate. And on the comments, look, it just gets a bit tiring after a while, you know. Like, I don't get how anybody can get up every day, and their only intent in the day is to go around and insult people or belittle people. I find the whole thing weird. I do. But I guess I shouldn't let it get to me. But sometimes it does, because I'm human. And if you don't think much of yourself at sometimes, and others are sticking the boot in, it can hurt. It can. But I know that they're outweighed by good people, and I'm very fortunate having that. A couple of clubs in Turkey we're looking at. Thiago, yeah, that's a good shout. LFC Spectre, you're spot on. There was. Your thoughts on Chimicus? Do you know what, Damien? I think I've been pleasantly surprised at Costas' last 3 games in particular. I think he deserves credit. Today, look, I'm not going to lie, mate, I was a little bit annoyed. The back post, I felt like he could have done a bit better there. He could have been a bit more switched on. But other than that, I think Costas deserves some credit, because he hasn't really let us down in the last few games. So fair play to him, and hopefully continues on, because he's not being too much going forward. He's not overcommitting. He's not jumping in early in tackles. Yeah, pleasantly surprised. When things don't go Pep way, he cries and is salty. Yes, and you can see it through the fakeness. Like, as I said, today in that post-match interview told me so much about where his head's at. So what do we think about that FA Cup draw as well, by the way? Away against Arsenal. That's going to be a tough game. That is going to be a tough game. And I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather take the 3 points off them in the league. If I had one choice, you know, between the two of them, I'd take the 3 points at Anfield in the league. The first thing Pep talked about was Liverpool. Was it? Nice. Good. I like that. I still back Liverpool against Arsenal, even away from home. Look, it'll be a great game, but I think we'll see a lot of changes in that game from the managers, especially from our side, because United, West Ham, Arsenal, and then Arsenal again. That's a lot of games very quickly. A lot of big games very quickly. The West Ham game's the League Cup, so yeah, there will be changes, but let's wait and see. Good draw, because if we lose, no meaningless games, and if we win, we would have knocked out our major competitors. Yes, fair shout. I think the fact that we're doing so well in the League Cup, it kind of makes me feel like, okay, if we get knocked out of the FA Cup, if the worst comes to the worst, so be it. We're through to the knockout stages of the Europa League. We're in a title race at the moment with Arsenal, Man City, and the clubs chasing behind. We're deep into the League Cup. I can't be displeased with the season so far. I'm scared of the United game. If Alisson isn't back, we're doomed. I think he will be, though. I think he will be. Unless there's a setback or something happens, I do think he'll be back. I'm not nervous for the United game, but I'm nervous for how overly confident a lot of people are. You know, I think we've all been around long enough to see that sometimes these games throw up mad results, but you'd have to say what you're seeing currently from United, we've probably got every right to be confident going into the game, because they look a shambles. What's your opinion on Rashford's performance yesterday? it was poor, mate. His body language was terrible. And I think Jamie Carragher made a very good point today on Sky. He was speaking about what it meant for him and Gerrard when things weren't going well, being local lads, that they had to grab the other players by the scruff of the neck and drag them up and drag the performances up. And you would expect the same of Marcus Rashford as a local at United. But I didn't see that in his body language yesterday. And look, I don't watch enough of him to know if this is Rashford every week or not. But to go from where he was last season, where, he was scoring goals for fun, got his big contract, to what we're seeing from him now, I think United fans have every right to be upset. Booty the Bear. I've watched since the 4-0 game against Barca. You're nice, great, honest man. Thanks for keeping. Oh, dude, what a game to start watching us from, though. What a game. My favourite game on this channel, bar none. 7-2 or 7-0, sorry, comes close. But oh God, that Barca game, that's gonna live with me forever. If I could sign any player for Liverpool, who would it be? It's probably Rodri, in all honesty. Well, what we need now, it's probably Rodri. I think we'll come up just short with the title challenge. Too many defensive mistakes will cost us. Well, we've gotten away with a few, mate. Who was that? Barry was it? Or Brian? Yes, Brian. We've gotten off the hook a few times with some late goals. Yes, Bellingham would be great as well. But we need a defensive midfield. But look, I wouldn't say no to Bellingham. You know that. Oh, Camavinga. There's a shout. I'm corrected. I'm going to go with X-Pulse's answer. Yes, I forgot about Camavinga. Camavinga's probably the answer. Right, my friends, I'm going to say goodnight and go and rest up because my voice is absolutely gone. But I wanted to just come back on and say thank you for sticking with us earlier on. Thank you for your support. And I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Appreciate all of your support. And don't forget, drop a like on the video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so. And don't forget, match of the day. Enjoy it, watch it, savour it, rewind it, watch it again. And have yourselves a wonderful evening.